Welcome back everybody to Steelman Outdoors. You've joined me on a new adventure, well a new adventure for me anyway. This is the first time I'm ever going to be wild camping on my own. So first solo, already apprehensive, you can probably see my eyes darting about all over the place. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Loads of firsts in this video as well. First new camera, new autofocus, ooh check that out, calluses on the hands, lovely. New mic on the top of that camera as well, so hopefully the audio is nice and crisp. There is some storms coming through. Well, I say storms, it's probably just wind gusts at the moment. They keep coming through every now and then, you'll probably hear them on the video. We're losing light fast. It looks really light on the video. That's because of the ISO settings, so I'm told. I really need to make a decision as to where I'm going to camp tonight. We are now in the area which I normally come to. You've seen probably on my videos in the past where I've set up the Lavvu before. It's quite open, and just over there is a trail for a mountain bike something or other. I mean, nobody's here at the moment, most people have gone home, but it is quite close. There is a second option though that I'm considering, and it's even closer to the trail, but it's hidden inside some new fir trees. So they're really small, but the foliage on them is really bright green, and I reckon that the Lavvu would tuck into there quite nicely. I need to make a decision fast about what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to camp here or whether I'm going to camp over there. I'll give you a little look at both of them, and you can see which one I chose by just watching the rest of the video. So let's get to it, ain't got time to lose. So here's area 1, you can see my bag in the distance, and I've set up both the Lavvu and the Tarp in this area before. Quite a lot of deadfall has come down over the last 2 weekends. We've had Storm Kira and Storm Dennis rock the UK. So you can see it's littered with deadfall. And if I walk through here, there's the mountain bike trail that I was talking about. Hope nobody comes past. And there's the trees that I was talking about. And I think the Lavvu would nestle in there lovely. So I'm going to go and take a quick look. Hopefully no one will steal my bag. Like a game trail, so the deers must be coming through here. Shit me up later. Even somewhere just like there might be perfect. No widowmakers. Doesn't look too great. Let's have a look around here. This area looks perfect. I'm actually enclosed all the way around, pretty much. I'm not sure where the trail is, I think it's out that way somewhere, but let's go and have a look. Right, decision made. Let's go back and get the gear. Okay, so this is the little area that I've chose to set up camp tonight. It looks like this place is frequented by deers. There's shit all over the place, so I'm hoping they don't run in here overnight, but I'm pretty sure they'll stay away if I'm in here. Guess we'll find out. Gonna set up the Lavvu now because it is 4:10 and it's usually dark by about 5ish at this time of year in the UK, so I need to get that done pretty quickly. So I'll drop a few shots of me putting that up in. I won't make you watch it all, it's probably boring. Well, it's up. What have I learnt? The frickin' zip's upside down, isn't it? You couldn't write it. Okay, well, let's get all the night gear sorted. Actually, I'll give you a bit of a rundown of the gear I'm using because I love watching other people's stuff to see what they've got. So I'll show you mine. First thing that's going in, just a standard tarp. I've cut this down to size so it's about my size, maybe 2 foot, 2.5 foot across by, I don't know, what am I? Maybe I'm not 6.5 foot, but this is probably about 6.5 foot. So just a cheap one, it's only a couple of quid. Let's get that in first. Second piece of equipment that's going in, Army Gore-Tex Bivi bag. This is the British Army one. Never used it before, it's brand new. Now you might be asking why I brought that, because I've got a Lavvu and obviously it's waterproof and this is waterproof. The main reason I bought it is because I thought that the temperatures might be going down to about 2, maybe 3 degrees. As it turns out, it's dead cloudy and it's going to stay at about 8 to 10, so I'll probably be roasting. In fact, I'm sweating my tits off right now. Let's get that in. I'm going to put 2 things inside the Bivi bag, well 3 things, including the sleeping bag. But I've got a foil backed mat. I'm actually going to put the foil down. I was watching a YouTube video earlier, I think it was Wiltshire Man, so shout out to you, that said most people use it with the foil up and it should be facing down to reflect the cold from the ground. It will do you more good than reflecting your body heat back up. No idea if that's true, but I'll give it a shot and I'll let you know. And the next thing is, this is my sleep pad. It's made by a company called Alterations. I've never used this actually, this exact one, but I did have one when I went up to the Peak District, and sorry to say that it failed. And when I contacted the company and returned that through Amazon, the owner of the company actually contacted me and said would I mind sending it back so that they could review it, and they would be happy to send me out another one for free. So I did that. When they got that back, they did say that it was because I hadn't pushed the bung in properly, which is why it deflated overnight. Who knows if that's true, but I have to say, first class customer service from Alterations. So this goes inside the Bivi bag as well. So all in all, I'll have the foil backed mat, the sleeping pad, plus the sleeping bag, plus my army softies that I'll have on, and then any other clothing as well. So I should be okay down to about -30, I think. In fact, I'm really hot now. So let's just crack on. When I've got a light inside the Lavvu, I will bring you in and show you, let you have a look around, because it's really dark in there. You can't see anything at the moment. So I'll just get finished setting up. Then I'll show you the light that I'm going to be using in the Lavvu and the rest of the kit that I brought. Then the last part of the sleep system, I love that word, makes it sound dead posh. I had this for years. I probably bought it off Amazon or eBay, I can't remember. I think it was about 40 quid when I first got it. It's a Phantom 250. I think it rated down to about 0 degrees comfortable and then -15 extreme or something like that. But every single time I've used it when I've been camping, I've been roasting, so I expect that'll be nice and warm tonight as well. cannot believe, I'm fuming with myself, that I've got the zip on the Lavvu the wrong way round. I'll show you what that means. It means that usually people would pull it from the top to go down to close it off. Not Andy. Andy has to attach it at the bottom and then pull it up to the top. Ah! Oh well, maybe I'll take it back to the shop. She was such a nice lady. In fact, I'll put their link of the description of their business in the comments at the bottom, or the bio, whatever it's called. I still haven't got used to what I'm supposed to say here. Waffling on again, let me show you the zip. So you may remember from the other video that I talked about the zip, is that initially I had one half of it on back to front. Well, that has been rectified, and the lady very kindly put the Velcro strips on the other side for me, so it all matched up. And she's done a good job actually. It looked like this originally, but because of my stupidity, the zip's now that way round, so it doesn't look as nice. It still functions just the same though. And then this is what I'm talking about, me being an idiot again. This is how it has to come together now. Don't even know if that's going to work. How the hell am I going to do all the Velcro straps up from when I'm inside the Lavvu? For crying out loud. Oh well, bushcraft it, we'll bushcraft it, don't worry guys. Okay, now I've got the home set up. Let's get some light in there and take you in, show you the sleep system. This little gadget's a throwback to my fishing days. Some of you recognise it because I'm sure that a lot of you that are into this kind of stuff, camping, bushcrafting, have probably fished at some point. This is a ridge monkey. And the reason I brought this along, it has a magnetic plate at the back of it which snaps on. This goes on the outside of a fishing bivvy and this goes on the inside of the tent. And I thought that it'd work just the same on a Lavvu. So let's try that. It's quite bright as well, it's got two brightness settings. So I think it would give plenty of light inside the Lavvu. Let's check it out. Plenty of light, plenty of room. Awesome. I suppose I better check in with the missus and kids soon. Let them know I haven't been axe murdered by anybody. It's 25 to 5 now, so most people will have gone home, I would have thought. I'm just going to make sure I get the rest of my kit in here now. I've got acres of space, so shouldn't be a problem. Thought I'd just show you how well hidden the Lavvu is. Did you see it? There she is. Might be able to hear the winds getting up again. So we've got the shamag, a bit of a makeshift pillow, a sleeping bag, the Antor sleeping mat. It's one of them hexagon style mats. Pretty comfortable. And underneath that, as you can see, is the foil backed matting inside the bivvy bag. I got in it a minute ago just to see how much of a nightmare it would be. Not too bad. But it was too hot, so I had to get out. What do I do now? Yeah, everything's set up. I'm in the Lavvu. As you can see, the ridge monkey's giving off loads of light, so cracking. It's not even dark yet outside, but it might as well be in here because the Lavvu is so dark. Bought some beer. I need to stop looking at that screen, don't I? Sorry about that if it's annoying anyone. It's annoying me, and I'm not even viewing this video yet. I'll take some footage with my iPhone as well, just to show you a bit more around here, but yeah, let's crack a beer open then, I guess. I brought a couple. Show you the first one. Abbott's Ale. Stop looking at the fucking screen. Abbott's Ale. Let's crack that beauty open. Did I bring a bottle opener? Got one on my keys. It's a little Gerber dime. Comes in handy. Cheers to the Bushcraft community. Oh aye, that's lovely. Still can't believe about that zip. I don't even know if I've made it not watertight now as well. What a spastic. Yeah, not allowed to say that word, are you? Sorry for any spastics out there. I'll probably cut that bit. It's roasting in here. I have got thermals on as well though. I must be kitted out for like nuclear winter. Brought a Kindle so that I can do a bit of reading. I've been going back through the Harry Potters recently. On the third one. Can't remember what it's called. Prisoner of Azkaban. Quite like fantasy novels. Is that a novel? I don't know. I like Terry Pratchett. Game of Thrones was good. Just finished Stephen King's Dark Tower. That's about 7 books in that series. That was really good. Really enjoyed that. Don't know what else. Cheers. Ooh. I brought some dinner. I brought a Madras beef curry with rice, and I've already put it in like some packaging so that it'd be easy to cook. Show you that later. Not really hungry at the moment. What time is it? 10 to 5. So it's about dinner time, but I'm not hungry. It's still light outside. Hasn't got scary yet. I'll check in later. I can definitely feel the temperature dropping now. It is just gone 4:30, so that means it's probably starting to get dark outside. I can still see little bits of light at the bottom of the Lavvu, so it's not fully dark yet. I think I'll give it till 6 o'clock and then I'll start making some dinner. So if you don't hear from me by then, nothing happened. Well, dinner was a rip-roaring success. Just been outside the Lavvu to do my dishes and checked back on what the Lavvu looked like in the night actually. So I've got this big light on and my Yuko candle as well, so it's spilling out quite a fair bit of light in here, as you can tell from the video. But from outside you literally can see a tiny bit at the bottom of the Lavvu. Just I took a photo of it actually to try and show you, but it's so dark in the photo I don't really think it shows that much. But it just goes to show how good a stealth shelter the Lavvu really is. This is lit up big time in here and you can barely see it from outside, and I was only about 10 steps away. So it's about 6:45 now. Done my dishes, tidied up, just chilling out, about to crack open my second beer, which is the Brewdog Quench Quake. Never had that before. It's 4.6%, a grapefruit and tangerine sour. It's been in the cupboard for a little while because I just get the impression that a grapefruit is going to give me some kind of indigestion. In fact, let's try it while it's on camera. Hold on a minute, I'll find my what's it called? What's it called? Bottle opener. Fuck's sake. Sad times, lost my car keys. Jesus Christ, I'm a liability. So after about 10 minutes of blind panic trying to find my keys, they were in exactly the first place that I looked for them. Let's get back to the beer, shall we? Let's try it. Never had this one before. I think I've said that about 4 times. Getting a bit of grapefruit. Yeah, that's sour. Not too bad on the second try though. Just hit me by surprise after the beef madras. So I've got a bit of a new setup today. I'm just reviewing some of the footage back of the iPhone, and I've been using it with a new external microphone to try and get better audio. I've actually just unplugged it because I think the last 3 videos that I made that I've been talking to you all, the video hasn't recorded, the audio hasn't recorded, sorry. So that's a total waste of time. So all of that comedy genius that I put in while I was making my dinner, gutted. Oh well, not much I can do about it now. I'll put a couple of clips in, maybe with some music to cover it, so you can still see what I was up to at least. But yeah, no audio I'm afraid, sorry. Feel the wind now, it's definitely coming under the Lavvu a bit. Might get my sleeping bag soon. Just gone 7:15. It's not late enough, is it? Oh well, this is wild camping. It's 8:30. Just been out for another wee. As you can see, got the army softies on now. It's quite cold, and I'm in the sleeping bag as well, and the Bivi bag. The temperature's definitely dropped. The wind's howling. I mean, well, I say howling. It's not that bad, but you can hear it. It's just not hitting the Lavvu. I'm well sheltered. Every now and then I get a bit of a gust that comes under. Well, I can feel the breeze coming through, but it's not too bad in here. Just gonna make myself a little hot chocolate before bed, I think. And then, yeah, probably will just maybe watch a bit of Netflix on my phone, read a few more chapters of Harry Potter, and then I'll catch up with you all in the morning. So I'll probably show you some of the hot chocolate making, seeing as I didn't catch any of the audio throughout the last meal that I made. Just looked at all of that back. I'm not even sure how I'm going to be able to show you it, because it's just me talking with no audio. Oh, just got a notification. Right, just swipe that away so I can see. Okay, hot chocolate time then. The only question is salted caramel, or I think it's chocolate orange. What should we go with? Surprise! Don't know if that focused or not, but we're going for the options salted caramel. Only 38 calories, mate. Scott, if you watched this video, then that little quip was for you. Shout out to my cousin Scott, actually. He just messaged me. It's the first time I've heard from him in about, I don't know, 6 months maybe. Yeah, he's just text me as well to see if I was wild camping. Yeah, Scott, as I was saying, just messaged me about half an hour ago to see how it was going. Said that he'd watched some of my stuff on YouTube, and that I was mental for being out wild camping. So if you do watch this one, Scott, only 38 calories, mate. You'll know what that means. And I can't do the accent, I'm terrible at it. Right, let's get the Trangia back on the go. In fact, I'll bring you in for a close-up. So what I feel, start that again. What do I think of wild camping? So far so good. It's a bit like fishing actually, but I don't have to jump out of bed every 10 minutes for a bite alarm screaming off. It's quite comfy and cozy since I put the Army Softies on. These are the new issue ones actually, they're different to the ones I had before. Used to have some inside out ones that were like reversible with a lighter colour, but as you can see, these aren't them. I think these are the new issue ones. I was lucky enough to be gifted these by my brother-in-law, so shout out to you, thanks very much. Yeah, comfy, cozy and warm enough, no dramas yet. Haven't burnt the Lavvu down. Blew out the Uco candle, so odds are even better that I won't burn the Lavvu down. Yeah, I think I'm just going to chill out now. It's now nearly 9 o'clock, so I will get back to you in the morning. I'm all snug as a bug, and I don't intend to be getting out again unless something drastic happens. Or maybe if it starts pissing it down, I might have to do something with the zip, because it's just velcroed up at the minute. I haven't bothered actually even doing the zip up so I can get in and out of it easy enough. So yeah, I'm just going to chill now, turn the light off, do a bit of reading. I'll catch you in the morning. See you later, YouTube. rubbish, wasn't it? Let's do that again. See you later. Just see you later. Morning. Oh. It's about 7:15. Slept not too bad. Birds are just starting to sing now. It's not light yet. The wind has been so bad. It's actually not too bad in here though. I've picked a really good spot. I'm dead happy with myself. If I'd have been in that other spot, I'd have been so worried that I'd have been crushed to death by fallen trees. In fact, if I be quiet for a second, you might hear it. Just sounds like a big roar. Reasonably comfy. Not too bad. Not as comfy as a bed at home though. No condensation in the Bivi bag or the Lavvu. Everything's dry. It didn't rain. Oh. I was roasting, as you can see, back in my jumper. I had to take all my softies off. So yeah, I didn't need all the stuff that I brought. But I suppose it's better to be prepared, isn't it? Gonna get up, make some porridge, pack down and be on my way. I survived. Well guys, as you can see from behind me, I'm all packed away, ready to go. It's just started spitting, so I've ditched off the porridge. It's now 7:30. Left no trace, everything's been packed away. I'm taking all my rubbish with me. If you've made it this far, thanks for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got some more wild camps planned coming up, so keep checking the channel back for more updated content. In the beginning of April, I'll be up with the Cheshire Wanderer in his woodland doing a bit of a collab, so looking forward to that. See you all then.